Goncalo Inacio to United hint. United are in search of a left-sided centre-back who can play as a left-back too, and it looks like things are obviously going to go on like that if at all Lisandro Martinez really doesn't meet up the process of returning by January. Welcome to this channel. Good morning everyone watching this channel. This is Rokan David, and smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And I would like to obviously extend my gratitude to everyone that's been part of us, because it's confirmed we've gone ahead to hit 16,000 subscribers, and trust me, across Africa I've not seen a Man United YouTube channel doing this stuff. I don't know whether I'm not gonna hate to do mass research, but you guys who obviously coming through and obviously watching, you can as well tell me exactly what this is all about. I've not yet came across any. Whether there is any, I don't know, but according to my stats, I believe we are the biggest so far, and I think we can hit that number, and I think we're representing our team in Africa very, very well. So guys, hope you guys are really having fun and you're doing the best it is that you meet your goals, and we're also meeting ours on this channel. 16,000 subscribers. We've gone ahead to hit them on the 14th of November 2023. What a way to thank God, and we thank God for everything that's going to follow us, because it's him that obviously directs us, and Allah. So we thank God for the gift of life and obviously getting us these subscribers. For the Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum, we thank Allah and everyone who's been part of this. So guys, we are going to talk about what Michael Carrick said at the funeral of Sir Bobby Charlton, and even David Gill, who obviously worked a lot with him, you know, when he was still there working with Alex Ferguson, and obviously getting us to that level. So that is it for now, and let's get into this as we celebrate that moment of hitting that milestone here onto the United Matters channel. Now we start it off with none other than CM Journal. CM Journal has gone ahead and told us that Man United are ready to activate the release clause in Sporting Lisbon Goncalo, old defender Goncalo Inacio's contract. United have hopes of agreeing to a permanent structure for Inacio at £52 million clause. So this journalist works for the Diario Portugal in there for you. So he's in Portugal, and you have to give him a benefit of doubt for the stories he's obviously telling us. So I really feel relieved at the club of Manchester United, because if you hear such a deal, you obviously get to know that maybe we are getting in a Ruben Diaz who is really left-footed. If you're gonna hate to watch Goncalo Inacio play, guys, he's an immensely talented player. Don't really doubt his capabilities. He's an immensely talented player, still young, and if I told you obviously him in the team of Man United, it obviously changes overnight. When I say changes overnight, it means this guy is that good. He's very, 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 very good. One, he's really playing with Ruben Diaz as the national team and playing for Sporting Lisbon. The beauty of him is that when you bring him in, you can have a left back in you and a left full back in you. Look at teams like Manchester City. When it comes to right-sided centre-backs, they're having John Stones, they're having Ruben Diaz and Akanji. Left-sided centre-backs who are really left-footed, they're having Nathan Ake, and they're having Josko Vadio. So when you're having a team that has 5 centre-backs, you know, and one of the centre-backs can obviously play as a right back and left back, that is Akanji, then those center backs can take you throughout the season. And when you look at all of them, they are really elite. They are not soon hitting their 30s. We look at Vadio, the newly signed, I think is like 21, 22 years of age. Akanji is I think 24, 25. Ruben Diaz I think is like 27, 28. You know, John Stone is like 26, 27. So when you have those kinds of players in your team, it obviously gives you the best of the right to rotate your players. But at Man United, it's all in tears. It's all in tears, because when you're having a player like Lisandro Martinez, the only left-sided centre-back that we have, because Luke Shaw, I count him as left centre-back, but not as Lisandro Martinez, because Luke Shaw's primary role is to play as a left-back. Now, we need another left-sided centre-back at the club of Manchester United to come in through and obviously do the needful, especially to partner Varane, or Harry Maguire, or Victor Lindelof, or John Evans, because we need him badly. We've gone ahead to suffer a lot when Lisandro Martinez was off, because when you're building up ball from the back, he's the most press-resistant player that we are really having, that Erik ten Hag had built his team on, especially with Andre Onana coming in through, and the communication they had in between themselves when Onana was still playing at Ajax. So that really hit a dead end. So it died on arrival because Lisandro Martinez really got injured in the game of Arsenal, and ever since then he has never gone ahead to show up to play, because he had to undergo a second metatarsal surgery. So this man is 26 years of age. We are talking about Goncalo Inacio. He's 1.86 meters tall, so he's in the height frames of players like almost near Harry Maguire, because Harry Maguire is like 1.89, so they're almost in the same league. When you look at his stats as a player, he has gone ahead to play 11 league games, 0 goals, 0 assists, 5 yellow cards, and 1 red card. So that's a lot for a player in 11 games, 1 red card and 5 yellow cards. Then in the UEFA Europa League, he obviously has gone ahead to play 4 games, 0 goals, 0 assists. And last year in the UEFA Champions League, he played 6 games. That is it. So that is Goncalo Inacio for you. He's the real deal. And if at all we can get him at the club of Man United, it will be really great. And when I hear that teams like Liverpool, Arsenal, Real Madrid, and many others are really interested in a player, obviously, I would love to see him come at Man United. And I think if at all we can get in Sir Jim Ratcliffe, he can obviously get this deal over the line with the help of the sporting director Paul Mitchell and the new CEO, who is expected to be Joan Cloud. All right. So in all this, I would love to obviously tell you that things are really very, very, very mind-blowing. And we just have to pray to it that such transfers will be coming through, like for Goncalo Inacio, to obviously take the club of Man United deserve. Because if you want to compete with the likes of Man City, you need to obviously spend right. And United has gone ahead to show us that they can spend an average of £200 million per summer. But we don't know whether this is going to be a January transfer signing or not. And to make it a January transfer signing, Lisandro Martinez has not to respond to the treatment. If he doesn't, and it's going to take him like the entire January month, then they'll go in for Goncalo Inacio. But if it doesn't happen that way, he will be one of those players that Erik ten Hag would be looking to sign in the summer of 2023. So if it's an emergency, they'll go for him, like we went for Bruno Fernandes in 2020 winter transfer window, 26th, I think it was around the 20th, 24th of January when he signed for Man United and played his first game as we played against Wolverhampton Wanderers. That is Bruno Fernandes Borges for you. So we wait and see what Goncalo Inacio is obviously going to be all about. And I promise you that in the coming days, coming weeks, you're going to hear lots of stories concerning Goncalo Inacio. As we're heading into the January transfer window, the news obviously starts now. You're going to see the likes of Fabrizio Romano coming in through to put out updates about these players. And we promise you that we are not obviously going to stop you from getting these stories into your vicinities, right? So we go to the burial of Sir Bobby Charlton that took place today. But before all that, Michael Carrick had the following to say, because he came in through, and by the way, I think he was at Man United with a decade plus. I think he came in through at around 2006 and he really retired. I think, was it 2016, 2017? That's when he retired. He said he's one of the greatest footballers in this country has ever produced. it's very mixed emotions today. There was a lot of celebrations, but it is also very sad. A lot of people know Sir Bobby for what he did as a footballer, but for me, it is about him as a person. It was inspirational to have Sam with the aura that he had, just to be in his presence and to feel his support gave you so much confidence. So these players of Man United have come out obviously say this, and you have to give them a benefit of doubt on everything they're really saying, because they were with this man. He was there as an ambassador of Man United. He would go in the dressing room at halftime, talk to the players, motivate them, and see how things obviously go on. But Michael Carrick is one of those players I'm going to hate to obviously live with him for a very long time at the club of Manchester United, because for the likes of Gary Neville, when they're still at Man United, Sir Bobby was not there. He went and obviously started, I think, a managerial career, and then they brought him back at the club as an ambassador. So Gary Neville retired early enough, Paul Scholes retired early enough, but for Mike Carrick, being there from 2006, I think, when he signed from Spurs to Man United, for a decade of watching this man do the work, and even after retiring as a player, he joined the management of Man United. It shows you exactly what that really meant for him, and he had a lot to share with that ex-legend of United. And I tell you, he's a man that everyone had to say some good words about. Even David Gill, who was like the chairman of Man United, and he obviously did good business with Sir Alex Ferguson, has gone ahead and said, I remember Sir Bobby playing on the pitch in 1998 in an Old Trafford staff match. His legs were like tree trunks, even then in his 60s. His eyes always lit up when he had a ball at the feet. I remember playing Ajax. He had a tour of Amsterdam, but the tour happened to take in a cannabis cave. We saw the sign and decided that this one story, Knight of the Realm in the drug den, that needed to stay out of the press. That is it. So he's trying to obviously give us more about the late that was laid to rest yesterday in Manchester. And he's a legend. We all have to accept that this kind of player is really irreplaceable. When you read at what he did for Man United, he was one of those players that was great, and he's one of those players that really made us support this club, because he wrote the history for the club of Manchester United, and we all have to obviously admit that this guy is really great and real, and may his soul rest in eternal peace. So guys, your thoughts on Goncalo Inacio to United hint are welcome in the comment section below. United are willing to obviously trigger the buyout clause of £52 million, but the big question is always going to be, where is this money going to come in through? Because the financial it's called the financial fair play rule looks like it's restricting Man United from really getting in players. Are we supposed to move on players to get some players in? And if at all that's the case, which defender would you obviously move on to create space for the arrival of Goncalo Inacio in the January transfer window, if at all Lisandro Martinez doesn't obviously be fit at the beginning of January? May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokan David remains my name, and this is how we obviously sum up for now. Good morning. See you later in our next video. The Muslims, Barak, Laufikum, and thank you for being part of this channel. And once again, I express and extend my gratitude to everyone who's been part of this channel. We are really having 16,000 subscribers now. Thank you guys. I'm out.